The Supreme Court delivered a judgment yesterday, most welcome judgment of the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, it's a majority judgment. One judge, for reasons that he has stated, has dissented, but it's a 4-1 judgment, holding then President, Ministers of Finance who held that portfolio, Governors of Central Bank, the successive Governors, Secretary Treasury, Advisor to the President, one member of the Monetary Board, and the Monetary Board itself responsible for the collapse of the economy. I want to recount a particular series of events. The Advisor to the President, Dr. P.B. Jayasundara, was found guilty by the Supreme Court in the case of Vasudeva Nanayakara versus K.N. Choksi. I must disclose my interest in the matter because I was the counsel who appeared for Vasudeva Nanayakara. He was found guilty and fined rupees 500,000 at that time by the Supreme Court. He paid the fine. He was told that he cannot hold public office thereafter. He gave an affidavit to court stating that he will not hold any public office thereafter. Then there was a change in the office of the Chief Justice. New Chief Justice, Asoka De Silva, constituted a court to which Dr. P.B. Jayasundara made an application to withdraw his affidavit. Why? Because then President Mahinda Rajapaksa insisted that P.B. Jayasundara and P.B. Jayasundara alone must be appointed Secretary to the Treasury. As counsel for Honorable Vasudeva Nanayakara, I objected to this. One day the full court sat, 10 judges sat, one judge was unavailable, and then a 7-judge bench allowed it with one dissenter. Honorable Shirani Tilakawadana wrote a dissenting judgment, a dissenting order. Others allowed it. He was appointed Secretary to the Treasury. The Chief Justice at the time who allowed it, the day after his retirement became the legal advisor to the then President. So, corruption in high places is demonstrated by this just one example. And now the Supreme Court again finds that President, his 2 brothers, Dr. P.B. Jayasundara and others, responsible for the collapse of the economy. There is one thing that they have not done and that they should have done. In the Easter bombing case, for failure to prevent the attack, the former President, several others were asked to pay hundreds of millions in compensation. But in yesterday's judgment, those who have been found guilty, found responsible for the economy collapsing in this country, don't have to pay any compensation. Court says petitioners did not ask for compensation. No, the court could have granted just and equitable relief. Surely the Rajapaksa brothers have enough money to pay the 22 million people in this country. Surely if a compensation has been ordered, all the money that is parked outside the country can be brought. Minister of Justice himself said several people have parked their money outside the country. It can be brought and the country's economy can be revived. Just on that alone, country's economy collapsed because the public money has been stolen by President and his brothers and several those others who worked with them. They have taken the money out of the country. What the Supreme Court should have done is ordered them to pay compensation for every citizen of this country and bring that money into the treasury, and that would have seen the revival of this country's economy. This is not the end. Perhaps due to the nature of the proceedings in the Supreme Court, that is what the court has held. But I'm sure now must start a recovery process from those who have been held responsible by the Supreme Court. And every citizen of this country is entitled to make that claim, to ask them to bring the money back and make this economy stand back again. Thank you.